Hi, good morning to you. My name is Hans, and I am the Startup Program Manager for ASEAN Startups. Thank you for joining my session. Today, I'll be sharing about how AWS can help your startup grow through our startup programs. Amazon Web Services, or AWS for short, is Amazon.com's cloud computing business unit, and AWS has been innovating on behalf of business customers since 2006 by providing on-demand availability of computer system resources, such as computing power and database storage via the internet with pay-as-you-go pricing. Cloud computing has been particularly advantageous to startups, both from a cost standpoint and for the speed and efficacy of business it enables. First off, because of the pay-as-you-go pricing of AWS, startups do not have to estimate how much computing resources to provision and pay upfront for computing infrastructure. Instead, with AWS, startups can pay only for the resources they use, much like you would for utilities such as electricity. Secondly, AWS's on-demand infrastructure allows startups to spin up computing resources in a matter of minutes, with just a few clicks of a mouse instead of weeks or even months that it would take to set up hardware. This increases the agility of startups, and speed is critical in business. Third, thanks to the cost and efficiency benefits of the cloud, startups are able to experiment often and fail fast with lower risk. Startups disrupt and innovate by essentially testing a series of hypotheses. Their hypotheses are not always right, and their ideas may fail. But the advantage they have with cloud computing is that they can experiment at small scale and in multiple iterations without risking upfront investments they made in servers or owing ongoing payments if they decide to deprovision servers. The ultimate benefit in this is that experimenting often will also increase the likelihood of finding the right direction to success. Lastly, all this ultimately means is that startups can focus on their core business value. Startups should be great at and focus on the service and product they provide to customers, not at provisioning, operating, and maintaining hardware servers. By allowing AWS to oversee these tasks and provide IT infrastructural services, startups can invest more of their limited resources into actually growing their business. You can see that these advantages had a large impact on the startup ecosystem. In addition to technological shifts in the early 2000s, such as open source and horizontal computing, in the mid-2000s, AWS cloud computing has made it significantly cheaper to launch a startup. So AWS is not just a technology company. It has huge implications to the way companies conduct their business and in the speed and cost of innovation. As AWS is in the business of innovating on behalf of customers and accelerating their growth, we have a dedicated team comprised of exited startup founders, former investors, and startup executives. The team is aligned with VCs, accelerators, and other startup organizations to help their portfolio companies with their business and technical needs. Some notable organizations we work with include Y Combinator, Techstars, Andreessen Horowitz, and Sequoia Capital, to name a couple of global players. Regionally, we also work with organizations such as Openspace Ventures, Monks Hill Ventures, Antler, 500 Startups, and many more. Our startup team covers more than 6 countries in ASEAN and more than 20 countries worldwide, with relationships to investors of the same pedigree in each of those regions. AWS products and services allows us to serve a wide range of customers at scale and help them to grow quickly. AWS customers in the startup space include many global brand names such as Airbnb, Slack, Razer, as well as regional heavyweights such as Zalora, Grab, Shopback, and many more. Because of our experience working with and growing with these incredible startups, we are better able to serve our customers and advise them every step along their cloud journey. So what exactly does this team do? We don't invest cash for equity, but we do invest our time, knowledge, experience, and resources across Amazon that can open doors and remove obstacles for startups to further their growth. The team has a network across AWS teams and regional borders, and we are able to leverage that global footprint to connect startups to the resources where they need and champion startups internally. Our team hires people who have direct experience with building startups so that we can act in your long-term interest. By doing so, we strive to build lasting relationships with our startup customers. Resources we provide access to include technical guidance, but also sales and marketing resources on Amazon's platform for physical goods or software products, benefits from AWS startup programs, making introductions to investors or enterprises where there's potential partnership, and general business mentorship in some cases. In the next couple of slides, I will be sharing the specifics about some of the startup programs we run in the region and globally to support the growth of startups. The startup journey with AWS often begins with AWS Activate. We work with accelerators, incubators, seed funds, and other early-stage investors to provide support at the earlier stages, mainly through the AWS Activate program. If you are a portfolio company of one of the participating organizations we work with, you can have access to AWS resources that will quickly help you get started, including promotional credits for your AWS usage, the AWS Business Support Plan, which gives you access to technical support, self-paced lab credits for training on AWS, office hours with an AWS Solutions Architect, and a chance to be featured on AWS's startup marketing channels. If you are currently bootstrapped or not affiliated with one of our Activate partners, you too can gain access to Activate credits through the Founders Tier credits, where we provide $1,000 in AWS credits with the option for future top-ups to suit your growth stage. There are many ways to gain access to AWS Activate. If you are an accelerator or venture capital portfolio, then speak with your investor or community manager about what benefits are available for you and how to redeem them. If you know one of our 122 startup scouts across the ASEAN region, then you can also approach them to gain access to AWS credits. Finally, you may also apply directly via the Activate website or the Activate Console within your AWS account for Founders Tier credits. And once you are on AWS Activate, your journey with AWS truly begins. We have prepared a bunch of tools and resources to help you grow your startup found within the Activate Console accessed via your AWS account. You can monitor your credit utilization and balance and maximize your credits. You may also choose to get a head start at the Tech Hub found in your Activate Console and get access to the latest tools and resources from our experts. And not only that, you may even access member-only benefits such as discounts, free trial periods, credits, and other startup-friendly perks, all designed to help you grow and succeed. Sometimes, startups have started their journey elsewhere, not with AWS. We are still here to assist. Startups that are considering moving a significant workload to AWS may be able to receive support if they qualify for the AWS Startup Migrate program. In certain cases, we may be able to help offset the cost of migration within a given time frame and provide technical support during execution. Speak with someone on the AWS startup team to see if your company is eligible. Once your startup is on AWS, it is time to grow with us. Should you find yourself interested in deploying a new product or service on AWS, we offer proof of concept credits to help you defray the cloud cost of trying out the new service. Simply set up the POC success criteria and work with our account team or business development team to scope out your workload, and we'll work to provide up to 10% of your annual cloud cost for the product or service you're testing in the form of credits. Testing a new product or service has never been easier. Beyond POC credits for all products and services, sometimes you need a helping hand to deploy the solution. If there is a specific product or solution you're looking to adopt for your startup, be it in the areas of analytics, Internet of Things, machine learning, containers, or non-relational databases, we can help by providing hands-on keyboard support delivered by one of our Amazon Partner Network partners. We will cover 50% of the approved cost of the project via the Jumpstart program, significantly reducing your cost outlay for adopting these new technologies. If you are interested in the AWS Startup POC or AWS Jumpstart program, reach out to the AWS Startup team to apply. When you grow your stack on AWS, sometimes it takes a bit of fine-tuning. The well-architected review is designed to ensure your AWS workloads are secure, high-performing, resilient, and efficient. An AWS Solutions Architect will walk you through a framework of 5 pillars for the review: operational excellence, security, reliability, performance efficiency, and cost optimization, and assess your workload according to each. There is also a self-service guide online if you prefer to walk through it on your own. AWS doesn't just cover your technology needs, but takes a holistic view at supporting startup growth. The AWS Startup Mentorship Program connects startup leaders with other leaders in a startup ecosystem that can provide guidance on technical, business, or professional development challenges. We believe that providing mentorship can increase a startup's chances for success. We have provided these mentorship opportunities to startups at the RISE conference in Hong Kong and many other events and conferences. We have also launched Mentorship Month with Startup Grind globally, bringing AWS startup mentors to startups across many cities around the globe. To take advantage of these opportunities, please get in touch with your local AWS startup team. AWS serves a wide array of customers, from startups to large enterprises. The AWS Connections program facilitates relationships between AWS enterprise and startup customers to solve a need of that enterprise and in turn grow the startup. We will start by identifying an AWS enterprise customer's business and technical needs, and then find solutions from AWS startup customers to fulfill those needs. For startup customers, AWS Connections is a conduit for their solutions to be discovered by enterprises around the world. Because we work backwards from the enterprise need, AWS will reach out to startups they identify as fulfilling that need. In order to help B2B software startups grow and scale globally, we have launched the APN Global Startup Program, which offers unique support to selected startups by assigning a dedicated Startup Partner Development Manager, or PDM for short, with deep AWS knowledge and startup business experience. The AWS Partner Network, or APN for short, refers to the vast community of companies that have partnered with AWS to provide professional services or software solutions to accelerate cloud adoption for other companies. The APN program consists of a tiered structure for partners to grow their AWS-based businesses, which will range from a number of benefits from proof of concept credits, technical training, sales and business enablement support, and co-marketing opportunities. Software startups can accelerate their sales cycle by joining the APN community. Speak with your local AWS startup team to learn more or get introduced to a partner development manager. AWS Marketplace is a digital catalog with thousands of software listings from independent software vendors that make it easy to find, test, buy, and deploy software that runs on AWS. AWS Marketplace provides a new sales channel for software startups to sell their solutions to AWS customers. Software can be offered as a managed Amazon machine image, which allows streamlined delivery. Customers pay for AWS Marketplace software as a part of the regular AWS billing cycle and can even choose one-click purchasing. Customers can also choose to share their contact data with vendors through the AWS Marketplace Product Support Connection feature, which makes it easy for you to support your customers on AWS Marketplace. Finally, outside of AWS, we can also leverage the help of other Amazon businesses, including our retail platform for physical products. Amazon Launchpad provides education, merchandising, and global infrastructure to entrepreneurs and startup companies to sell and deliver innovative products to millions of Amazon customers. It includes onboarding support, marketing services, and training for continued growth on Amazon. You also have the added perk of AWS Activate benefits and access to the ThinkSpace co-working office if you are based in Seattle. Thank you for attending Growing and Scaling with AWS Startup Programs. I hope you have discovered how AWS Startup Programs can help you to grow and scale your startup through every stage in your company's lifecycle. Our team of startup business development managers, account managers, and solution architects are spread out across ASEAN, serving startups everywhere. To get in touch, please email us at ASEAN-startups@amazon.com or drop me a line directly at my email. Now I have the pleasure of introducing one of the top Activate partners that we work with in the region. I'd like to invite Hien Goh, Managing Partner of Openspace Ventures, and Andrew Ranges, Head of Startup Business Development for AWS ASEAN, to have a fireside chat on how AWS has supported the growth of startups in the region.